Hello friends, we will learn some C programming examples. This is the first question. This is a pattern that has been given to us and we have to print this pattern on the computer screen. It is actually very easy. We just need to find out the flow, how the flow happens from one segment to the other segment. You can see that this pattern contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 columns. So basically we can see that this is actually a two-dimensional triangle where at the first row only one star is printed, at the second row two stars are printed, at the third row three stars are printed, and at the fifth row five stars are printed. So uh, we can clearly see that we have to use loops in this question. We are already familiar with loops. Now we will use two loops. One will be the I loop and the other will be the J loop. So the I loop, it will take care of the number of rows. So how many number of rows are there in this question? 5. So the value of I will start from 1 and it will go up to 5 because there are 5 rows. So I takes care of the number of rows. There will be another variable or another loop J which will take care of the number of columns. So in this question, at the fifth row, or in this question there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 columns. So J will take care of the number of columns. Why am I saying rows and columns is it will be easier for us to print that way. For example, in the first row there is only one star which is in the first column. So at position 1 comma 1 only we will print. That's it. In the second row there are two stars. One is at 2 comma 1 and other is at 2 comma 2. We'll print these two stars and we'll bring the control to the next line. At third row there are three stars. First column, second column and third column. So it is being printed at 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. Third row first column, third row second column, third row third column. So how to design this question now? It has become pretty easier. We will write the code for it. Now we'll start the I loop. So we have taken the value of I as 1, but y less than equal to 5 because I is taking care of the number of rows, and since there are 5 rows I has to go from 1 to 5. So first time the value of I will be 1, it will point to this row. Second time the value of I will be 2, it will point to this row. Third time the value of I will be 3, it will point to this row, and so on. Next we'll write the J loop. Now J has to be related to I. Now we know that in the first row only one star has to be printed. In the second row two stars have to be printed. So we'll write J is equal to 1. J is less than equal to I, J plus plus. And then we'll print. This closes the I loop. This closes our main. So what we have done in the J loop is, in the J loop now, what we have done in the J loop is we are starting the J value of I as 1. First time we have to print 1 star, so it will be 1 and it is less than equal to I. Since we know that first here the value of I is 1, so J will less than equal to I mean 1 less than equal to 1, only one time the star will print. Next time, for example, when the value of I will be 2, j will start from 1, and then it will count j less than equal to I. That means how many times the j loop should execute in this for the I value 2? 2 times, because the number of times the j value will get executed, that number of times the star will be printed. And when to execute the slash n, why to write the slash n after the j loop and before the I loop and not inside the j loop itself? This is because we want a certain number of stars to be printed in one row. So for that same value of I, we want multiple stars to be printed. So that is why the slash n has been written outside the j loop and before the I loop, so that when I goes from third row to fourth row, the control we need to bring the pointer to the next line, to the beginning of the next line. So that is why again when we move from this I value to this I value, I equal to 4 to I equal to 5, we again need to bring the pointer from this line to the beginning of the next line. So that is why we have written printf slash in here. uh, uh, if you would like to recognize once more, I'll show you in the computer screen. What happens is, this is the computer window, for example. The printing screen, the pointer always blinks at this position. Whatever we print, it will get printed here, and after printing it, for example star, it will just go to the next position in the same line. Until and unless we give an external command, it will keep on printing on the same line itself. So for example, if we want to print anything else, for example star, it will print on the same line there itself. Again it will print there itself. Now suppose we give a external command slash n, which is used to take the control to the next line. We write slash n here, so it will take it and it will come here and it will start printing on the next line, and then again it will keep on printing on the same line until and unless we give slash n again. So at this point, suppose our program, it encounters a slash n command. Now it will take the control to the next line, and then it will start blinking there and it will start printing from there itself. So that is how it gets printed in the computer screen. Okay, so now in this program, I have a question: how is this program working exactly? So we will try to see a dry run of this program. Now for example, suppose this is the computer screen. So we have taken the value. So what will happen is, first time we have taken two variables I and j. So first time the value of I will be 1. Now it will check for, after initializing, it will go to the condition. It will check for the condition is 1 less than equal to 5, which is true. So it will get inside the I loop. Now it sees that there is another loop, which is j loop. Now it will initialize first time the j value to 1. Now is 1 less than equal to I? What is I? 1. So is 1 less than equal to 1, which is true. If it is true, then it will get inside the j loop and it will print star. So at the topmost left corner of the screen, it will print star, and the cursor will come here, and the cursor will start blinking at this position, which means it wants to print at this position the next time until it encounters a slash n. So now it does not encounter a slash n, it is in the same j loop. J loop did not complete its execution, so it will be j plus plus, which means now it will be 2. So now again, after encountering j plus plus, incrementing j, it will go back to the condition and it will check, is j less than equal to I? Is 2 less than equal to 1? The condition is false. So what it will do is, it will not go inside the loop, it will come out of the loop, it will break the loop, and now it will encounter printf slash n. So it will take the control or the cursor to the next line. Now it will start blinking here, which means whatever you print, it will get printed in this point. Now as you can see, in the second row we need to print 2 stars. What will happen is, after this printf slash n, it will go back, it will come, it will encounter this curly brace, which is the closing of I loop. Before closing it, now it will increment the value of I. So what will happen is uh, I will get incremented to 2. So now it will check for the condition for I loop. Is I less than equal to 5? So is 2 less than equal to 5, which is true again. So it will come inside. J is equal to 1. Now J will be reinitialized to 1. Is 1 less than equal to I? Is 1 less than equal to 2, which is true. So it will print star at this position. Next, the value of J will again be incremented. So it will be incremented to 2. Now it will again check for the condition. Is 2 less than equal to I? Is 2 less than equal to 2, which is true again. So it will come inside and it will encounter printf, which will print star at this position. Now the cursor will be here. Now what it will do is, after printing star, it will increment the value of J. So it will make the value of J to 3. Now it will again check for the condition. Is J less than equal to I? Is 3 less than equal to 2, which is false now. So it will not go inside, it will come outside. Outside there is a statement printf /n. So now it will do nothing, it will just bring this cursor to the next line. It will start blinking at this point now. So whatever we print now, it will be printed from the third line now. Now next what will happen after this printf, the I loop will get incremented. It will become 3. It will again check for the condition. Is 3 less than equal to 5, which is true. It will get inside. Again the J will be initialized to 1. And this time what will happen is, since the value of J is 3, it will print 3 stars. Now the cursor will be here. After printing 3 stars, it will again encounter this /n. It will bring this cursor to the next line. And now next time the value of I will be 4. So similarly it goes on like that. Next time it will print 4 stars. And then after that, when the value of I becomes 5, it will print 5 stars. Remember, I is just taking us down to the number of rows, iterating over the rows, but the main printing is done by the J loop. So the number of times this J loop iterates, that number of times it gets printed. Now J loop obviously depends on the I loop itself, so they both are related. So this was the dry run of this program. You should always remember, while solving these type of questions, you have to see how you can relate the I and J loop. For example, in this question we knew that in the first row we had to print 1 star. So we took I from 1 to 5. This is 1. For example, the value of I is 2 here. So we can take the value of J from 1 to 2, so that it prints exactly 2 elements. So like that you can solve these kind of questions very easily. I hope you guys understood this question. If you have any doubts, you can anyways send a comment on this video and I'll try to solve all your doubts. Okay, and thanks for watching. Thank you.